students. Today we will be doing a science experiment on inclined planes, and we're going to be looking at acceleration, velocity, and friction. First, we're going to go over some terms regarding inclined planes. So this here is an inclined plane, or some may call it a ramp. An inclined plane is a simple machine without moving parts used to increase the height of an object, such as this. We can lift it, adjust it. Made using a flat slanted surface, such as a ramp. Okay? Incline is the slanted surface. And it can be adjusted, the inclined surface can be adjusted. And that would make it the angle of inclination. So how high or how low, and the adjustment is the angle of inclination. The effective weight. This is what is felt when a person pulls an object up an inclined plane. And is defined to be less than the actual weight of the object. So you can pull it fast, or you can pull it really, really slow. Acceleration is the act of the object speeding up. So if I let this bottle of fabric freshener, softener, go down the incline, it didn't go very fast. What if I adjust the angle of inclination? It went much faster. Okay. Velocity is the quickness of motion. How quick does it travel? Friction is the rubbing of one thing against another. So I used this, and as it went down pretty smoothly, what if I add this towel to the surface? This hand towel. And I add this now. It's just barely moving. If I adjust my angle of inclination, what happens? So the friction of the towel, it's not smooth. Makes a difference in the acceleration and velocity. Okay? Now, you have the option, students, you're going to be in groups, groups of 4 or 5. You all are going to watch videos first. And we looked at the anchor chart before we started going over our terms. You're going to look at videos first on what is acceleration, motion, and velocity, and friction and physics. So we're going to watch those first, and then we'll start our experiments. I will demonstrate first. Okay, now that everyone's watched the videos, I'm going to demonstrate how we will conduct this experiment. The first thing that we're going to do is complete an anticipation survey. The anticipation survey is going to allow you as students to predict the time it will take for 2 items to reach the bottom of the inclined plane, or which one will make it there the quickest. So you get to choose any 2 items that you want to test. So you may want to test these 2 together. It's a bottle of stain remover and a bottle of fabric freshener, softener. And it's about halfway full. This one seems to be a little heavier, but it's about halfway full as well. Then we have 2 Hot Wheels. This one's a little lighter than this one. This one's a little bit heavier. And we have 2 boxes of cereal, one that's full and one that's almost empty. So this one's a little heavier and that's a little lighter. You may choose to do these 2 together, or you may want to do these 2 together, or you may decide to do this and this together. It is up to you. You as students can make the decisions today during the experiment. Alright, has everyone made their predictions and chosen their items for what they're going to test together? Speed, velocity, friction. Okay. All right. First, the 2 items you're going to pick, you're going to test without the towel. And at the bottom of your inclined plane, you may want to spread the towel out so it doesn't roll off of the surface of the counter or the table that you're using. All right. The first thing I'm going to test are these 2. Does the weight, questions during the experiment that I want you to think about, does the weight of the object make a difference on the inclined plane? Let's see. To me, this feels heavier weight-wise. This one feels a little lighter. Let's see which one makes it to the bottom quickest. Watch the bottom of our inclined plane. and the item that appeared heavier or seemed heavier made it to the bottom first. Let's try adding a little friction with this towel to the surface, friction to the surface. Alright, let's see if it makes a difference in the speed of both. Alright, we're going to have to adjust our angle of inclination just a bit. So lift it slowly. Alright, so this did not make it to the bottom first this time. This one did. The one that appeared to be a little lighter. I'm sorry, I dropped this. Let me pick that up. Alright, now I'm going to test the two boxes of cereal. The one that is lighter, and the one that is heavier. The one that's almost empty and the one that is full. I'm going to remove the towel, put it back at the bottom, and put them at the top of the inclined plane. We're going to let them go and see which one made it to the bottom quicker. It was the cereal box that was heavier, the one that was full. So this one didn't move at all. But if you give it a little nudge, it starts. Let's try this one more time. Alright, try to position them on the same spot on the inclined plane. And there we are. Alright, I'm going to adjust the inclined plane, the angle of inclination, and then let them go and see if that makes a difference. About the same amount of time. But this one still made it to the bottom quicker. Alright, now we will test the Hot Wheels. Do you think both of these are going to make it to the bottom at the same time? Alright, let's see. Put them both at the top of the inclined plane. And let's see if they both make it to the bottom. It appears that they both made it to the bottom at the same time. Alright. Let's try the heavier cereal box with a car, with a Hot Wheel. And the Hot Wheel made it to the bottom quicker. Alright, let's try the fabric softener with the heavier box of cereal. And the heavier box of cereal made it to the bottom quicker. But this was heavier. Alright, so once you complete your anticipation survey and you've recorded the real times using the timer with the object you chose, you will finish up with a discussion. You're going to discuss with your groups why you think the time was different according to your prediction, and which ones do you believe were more accurate to test or to experiment with. So these may not have been the best to experiment with because they both made it to the bottom at the same time. They made it to the bottom at the same time compared with every other object. So you'll record the times. Don't forget, write your names, and you'll discuss your observations with other students. Then I want you to, groups as a whole, to discuss with one another, with each other's groups. And to finish up, we will take a quiz on science terms related to the experiment that we went over at the beginning. And I want you to get your science journals and give an explanation of our experiment and what we observed. This will be in your science journals. Alright, good job, guys.